Workers assemble BMW cars at a plant in Bremen, Germany. After an India-EU trade deal was reached Tuesday, a greater number of these German cars could be on the roads of India in the next few years. As early as 2032, EU exports to India could double as both sides slash or abolish tariffs on most goods. The trade deal comes as countries worldwide become more wary of trade with the U.S. under President Trump's tariff regime. One research institute says the effect of the tariffs on Europe may be smaller than people expect. But with what they call a difficult partner, they say Europe needs to look elsewhere for deeper trade ties.
We need to replace the problems in trade that we have with the US. India is an important market. It's 1.4 billion inhabitants. It may be an interesting and important source for rare earths and other raw materials.
India's business sector seems stoked about the opportunities too. Their goods are subject to a 50% U.S. tariff, partly due to their country's purchase of Russian oil.
This is pretty much, as of now, the largest deal India has made, and probably it's going to help India gain foothold in areas like textiles, where other similar countries were actually doing much more business.
And the EU isn't the only economy weighing its options. Canada has been a particular target of unpredictable U.S. tariff threats, with Trump recently threatening a 100% tariff on Canadian goods if Ottawa and Beijing reach a free trade deal. Trade with the U.S. isn't completely off the table, but Carney says he stands firmly behind recent remarks at the World Economic Forum that the world order has fractured. And Canada is forging ahead with deals elsewhere, as Carney told Trump in a call.
I explained to him our arrangement with China. I explained to him what we're doing, 12 new deals on 4 continents in 6 months. He was impressed.
And while Carney says a free trade deal with Beijing isn't in the cards, he is going to India in March to try and move forward trade talks stuck in limbo for 2 years. It's what Indian officials in Ottawa see as part of a global rush to strike new deals.
Everybody in the world is getting their agreements done, because now we are living in a world where the natural rules-based order, which gave a certain certainty to the world, is not functioning the way it should have functioning.
The UK, too, is looking for new opportunities. Keir Starmer will be the first British Prime Minister to visit China in 8 years, and just the latest in a string of Western leaders who've traveled to Beijing lately. The goal is a reset of ties strained over issues like espionage and Beijing's crackdown on Hong Kong democracy protests.
No personal details.
Some stumbling blocks remain. China's controversial mega-embassy, planned for a part of London that houses sensitive telecom infrastructure. And The Telegraph has reported that China hacked the phones of senior British officials. But while China poses security threats to the UK, closer business with China is in the UK's interests. Analysts see opportunities for both sides.
From a UK perspective, as I say, it'll be those areas where, A, the UK is in a really strong position. Our life sciences, professional services, green finance, and areas where also China is still receptive to foreign capital and might be open to considering market access reforms. The other question, obviously, is whether the UK wants to attract Chinese investment in those areas where it's China that increasingly excels.
U.S. tariff policy has proven changeable, with Washington announcing an extra 10% tariff on South Korea on Tuesday, despite an already settled trade deal. And Trump now saying he will, quote, work something out with Seoul. With some like Carney seeing the world order shifting, trading partnerships and patterns of trade show signs of shifting too in the coming years. John Su and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.